Gold, silver, and coins, they have connected us through history for thousands of years. The common denominator, it seems, across our cultures for thousands of years. Why is that? It's a strange concept when you really deep down dig into what it's about. We love metal, but it has connected our collective human existence. And when you see an ancient coin brought to life in a modern interpretation, as well as this coin has, you really have to think, actually, it's not that strange of a concept. This is a stunning modern interpretation of an ancient classic coin, the Icon series by CIT, and this is the lion. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to this week's In Focus Friday, where we are going to take a good close look at something cool made of both gold and silver. We're going to be featuring one of these four amazing coins from CIT, who are a brand new sponsor for our channel. Huge thank you and welcome to them for sending us some absolutely incredible pieces from their spring launch 2025. Now we're going to take a look at this lion themed coin, both in silver and gold, but these three are going to be on the ballot for what we feature next week. So put your vote down in the comment section which you want to see: the Matterhorn, the Gorilla, which is absolutely stunning by the way, or the Year of the Horse, which, as you might be able to see from here, is a 3D coin. Absolutely incredible stuff. Put your vote down in the comment section below. But for today's episode of In Focus Friday, we are putting in focus ancient coins interpreted in a modern way in the form of this Leon, or lion themed coin, an ancient Greek design brought to life in a modern interpretation on both gold and silver. We've got a fractional gold, half gram of gold, and we have here the beautiful proof silver. It's a stunning, stunning collection and a really cool piece and product. Now, CIT are sponsoring this video. They have sent me these products to keep, which is incredibly generous. But as with all the product reviews that we do on this channel, I'm not here to sell this coin to you or to tell you that you have to go and buy it. If you're interested in it, having seen it, then you can go and find it. Now, CIT aren't able to ship to you directly. They are pretty much a wholesaler, other than for some German-speaking countries. But there are plenty of dealers all around the world that can help you. So if you're interested in it, just do a Google search and find a dealer near you, and they'll be able to hook you up, I am sure. So, really cool modern interpretation of an ancient coin classic. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not really an ancient coin kind of guy, which has always surprised me a little bit because I absolutely love history. I studied ancient Greek and Roman history and archaeology at university, and I love that time period. I think it's a very, very cool time period. Certainly from a monetary perspective, the Roman Empire and their gold was very, very important, and their silver, of course. And it's just never set my heart on fire with the coins, though. I think it's probably because I don't know enough about them to know whether I'm getting something good, bad, fake, or otherwise. So to see a modern interpretation of these is pretty cool, and I quite like that. Now, I'm going to pop some gloves on, and we are going to take a close look at this silver version. It's very cool indeed. Now, I'm really struggling for any kind of criticism here, and I don't really like giving criticism when it's not particularly warranted, but the only thing is this doesn't come supplied in a capsule. So if you are going to do the kind of thing that I'm doing, is you do probably have to wear gloves on to protect the coin and make sure that it doesn't get damaged. But other than the fact that there's no capsule here, I think it's kind of cool. And in many ways, the capsule would somewhat detract from the kind of ancient to modern feel of it. So I'm not even entirely convinced that my own criticism is warranted on this particular occasion. But here we have the absolutely stunning coin. Now, one thing that I think is really good about this is it's a very much less is more kind of situation. There could have been an easy temptation to put lots of additional detailing around and behind the lion, but they've just gone for the maximum amount of detail on the lion in stunning, incredible high relief as well. But then a simple plain background as well. I think that just actually makes the lion stand out better. I think it really contrasts between the two sort of elements of the coin, the smooth background and then of course the enhanced high relief lion. And when I say high relief, I mean it really is quite incredible the amount of detail that they've managed to get on this. And of course it's very much harking back to those ancient coins. The little I've known and seen about them, of course, a lot of them are quite high relief in that remember, these coins made thousands of years ago would have been made by dies carved by hand by artisans out of most often clay. And it would have been a very, very hard thing to do in that minute detailing. So they often are quite high relief. Of course, this is a modern interpretation of the ancient one. You wouldn't have been able to get this kind of level of detail on the ancient coin in anywhere near this detail. So it's a really kind of cool modern rendition of that. Reverse, we have the modern, the coin that is with King Charles's head, sorry, I should say. King Charles III, 2025 is a Cook Islands coin, $5. So, you know, it is what it is on that side. We can all agree that the energy and effort is on here, on this side with the lion. But again, less is more in many ways, and this is one of the better looking sides of a coin with just the King Charles side on. I have to say the portrait's really good. It's a nice portrait to have there. And it's nice with the antique finish. It does look quite nice and good. Now, one other thing that I quite like about this, which gives it a kind of ancient to modern feel, is you'll notice that the diameter of the coin, well, not diameter, that's really the wrong word, the circumference of the coin is not completely uniform. There's like this tiny little bit of bend and play in them. There's like a little etching over here on this side. And that's completely by purpose and by design to really hark back to those ancient coin methods where getting a perfectly circular blank to put in your die would have been almost impossible. And even then, the metals would have been squashed to various different sizes. They probably wouldn't have had edge parts on their mold. It would have been a two-part coin mold where they just squash it and they have the two designs stamped at once. Really, really cool and fascinating. So there is the silver. Now, there is a certificate which comes in here. Let's talk about the presentation as well for the completeness of the product review. We have one of those see-through boxes, which is nice because you can, of course, display your coin. It sits really well in that housing. It's not going to come loose anytime, and it's actually quite cool to see that in its little housing there, and you can have that sort of standing up and displayed. Pretty cool. And when you've got the COA in the box, of course, it houses it really well with that ancient Greek theme around it there as well. So here's the specifications. One last little piece of constructive feedback would be that the white text on the kind of cream background is a little bit hard to see, certainly on camera on a bright day, but when I'm looking at it with the naked eye, we can see here the specifications being 4/9 fine silver. That's really important as well. The purity of the silver really at the top blend. These are, you know, premium products at the end of the day, and we really want to see that high level of quality throughout. And it's 9999 fine silver with 999 of a mintage, antique finish, smart minting, ultra high relief. So really, really nice product. And I have to say, I'm quite enamored by it. It's really quite nice. Now, it doesn't just stop there because as you've seen, we've got the little gold version out here as well, which again has been gifted to me by CIT, which is really cool. Now, getting this capsule open on camera is going to be a challenge. Are we going to be able to do it? Yes, we can. There we have it. So the lion is in gold, a ½ gram, and there is a little certificate of authenticity that comes with it. So there is the CIT logo. That's a much better contrast, the black text on the white background. But there we can see it's a $5 coin, ½ gram of gold, 4/9 fine gold, that highest purity with a mintage of 5,000. Different kind of product, this one. This one is very much going to be lower to the ground in terms of price points and premiums over that metal value, which is, I think, pretty cool. And, you know, it harks back to even the ancient times of fractional pieces of gold being that really small thing. Now, this, of course, doesn't have as high of a relief as the silver, as it is just a ½ gram of gold. And let me tell you, I've worked with gold and getting down to a gram level piece, never done ½ grams. They are so small. This is so incredible. How I can't stress how impressive it is to get this level of detail on a ½ gram piece of gold. You're not going to ever get the same kind of high relief. There just physically isn't enough gold in a diameter coin of this size, but it's still absolutely stunning to see. And if we turn it, you can see it's so thin. There we go. It's stuck in between there. So really, really cool to see that. And there, of course, is the King Charles side there. Love it. Absolutely stunning. And a really little, very cool piece of fractional gold. So we can pop that back into its housing perfectly. There we go. And then firmly shut the capsule, and that should stay there nicely. So which do you prefer? I mean, they're very different products. The silver, of course, being that high relief does make it really sing from the surface of the coin. And of course, the gold being fractional gold is a beautiful sight to behold. So there we have the Leone, the lion from CIT, part of their spring launch 2025. So a huge thank you to them for sending me this set of coins to have a look at. If you are interested, as I said, this is not a sales channel. I'm not here to provide you a link where I get a bonus of affiliate codes and all that jazz. I'm here to help CIT raise awareness of their brand, of their products, and if you like it, then you can go and do a Google search and try and find the product that's out there. There are plenty of different dealers, not going to name individual ones, but there are lots of them out there that will have this product, and you'll be able to get them if interested. So thank you to CIT. Now, on to a bit of old school backyard bullion in Focus Friday, because we're going to do a vote. I mentioned it at the start of the video. If you haven't put your vote in and you're one of the cool kid club members, down in the comment section, I want to know which of these three you want to see next week. Let's get this a little bit better arranged on camera. We've got 3 more absolutely incredible pieces from CIT to focus over the next, we're going to do them every 2 weeks, so it's actually not going to be next week, it's going to be the 2 weeks time. We're going to feature one of these, and then 2 weeks after that, and 2 weeks after that. So over the next few months, we're going to see some bloody good products, let me tell you. So let me know what you want to see next time on the CIT in Focus Fridays. Otherwise, that is it from me. A huge thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.